Greetings, fellow watchers and racers. Welcome back to another live stream. This is Gamer Podium 13 or DP13. This is a quick live stream because I'm planning to go to work this morning, but at the last second minute, I might change my mind. We will see. We are here and we are waiting. Let's take a trip down memory lane for the events that took place on the Gamer Podium 13 channel. Let's start with the playlist and let's play with my twin brother, my long lost twin brother. That would be Lewis Hamilton. We are going to start with a particular track, and I think we want to go with the Nürburgring at Bathurst.
R8 sign, and we go to the left, then down to third, stay in third gear, cut the corner, keep it nice and smooth, drop the nose,
you ever go to sleep?
Second gear, shift up the third, then come.
Do I ever go to sleep? Yes, I actually went to sleep. I actually did go to sleep. So what do you say? We go down memory lane. This is me on Gran Turismo Sport racing Lewis Hamilton. Here we go. Wait, hold on. Here we go.
Greetings, fellow watchers and racers. This is your host, WRL Podium 13. We are here at Bathurst, driving Mercedes-Benz, following Lewis Hamilton in his challenge. Apparently, it took me just over about...
Now, that was when I was called WRL Podium 13, which is the World Racing League. If you've ever seen the Speed Racer movie made by the Wachowskis, that used to be my all-time favorite racing movie. So so if you were to go to, if you don't know what I'm talking about, then go look up Speed Racer, the movie by the Wachowskis. And as a result, I used the logo from that movie that was for the World Racing League. That used to be the logo for the channel. But I figured that maybe one day I possibly could get monetized, which I am now, and I didn't want to have to worry about possible copyright strikes. So I changed it to Gamer Podium 13. And now this is where we are. So let us continue.
An hour and 37 minutes to achieve this task. But as you can see, I have a 2:01.470, which is a new record, which just barely beats Lewis Hamilton's time, which gives me the diamond on this track. So what do you say we go and take a look and see exactly how this took place? How are you fine people doing out there today?
Septimus Prime has gone back to Cybertron. Apparently there is a war in place. Megatron is trying to take things over again, and then he plans to return to Earth. But we shall be prepared. We will be waiting. And here we are. WRL Podium 13 is about to take this lap. Let's go into the lap view. No, not the lap view, but the camera view in which he drove. WRL Podium comes down the hill, past the 200 mark, 150, 100, starts to brake, jumps down the first, then the third, stays very close to the inside corner, onto the rumble strip, not too much on the rumble strip, goes up the hill, cuts it slightly, gets as close to the barrier as possible, drops down a second, gets down in the little slope there.
I appreciate you hanging out with me, Keith. I really appreciate it.
Once the car settles, mash the throttle, hits the angle just right, gets on the throttle, stays on it, keeps going up the hill, feel the steering a little bit go on the steer, so you have to drop the nose just a little bit to keep the tires on the ground. Then we come around this little part here, get a little close to the barrier going to the left, and now we're coming up to the most difficult section, up under
under the R8 sign, and we go to the left, then down to third, stay in third gear, hug the corner, keep it nice and smooth, drop the nose, get in second gear, shift up the third, then come back around, head around to this little slope here, then back to the left, drop down the second, get as close to the barrier as possible, be careful, nail the throttle, and keep going. Now that we're coming down the hill, we see trees on the right, we see trees on the left, we see the R8 sign above, and we're coming down, we're going up the hill, we see a little water tower to the left, we see men on the right, we see speeding, and I can't remember what the rest of that sign going because I was going too fast, 170 5 miles per hour, braking at just after the 154, get down to third. I had to remember to lift just a little bit really quickly right here because the car likes to understeer in this particular corner. Going under the Armor All sign, we come down, drop at just after the 54 braking, and then we get to the left, get that car down into that little corner, wait just a little bit, get on the throttle, and come on down and pass the line, and that's how we did it. Now, your host, WRL Podium 13, is now in the Diamond family. I think we are at number 20. Let's go and see. Where is Gogretti? Did we beat Gogretti? Has Gogretti done this challenge? Gogretti has dominated with a 325. Z28 Gaming with 365. But we are now in the family. Maybe one of these days we shall return. But for the moment, WRL Podium 13 is in the Diamond family at the Mount Panorama Motor Racing Circuit, otherwise known as Bathurst. All right, now that we can go back and see what's left on this particular list. Lewis Hamilton. Hello, Lou Ham. How are you doing? So far, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and now we have the last one. And we may just do this one on Friday, but I'm not sure. I decided to get on tonight because I was feeling a little down, little personal problems, but now I like to go and drive to take my mind away. But here we are, Septimus Prime, WRL Podium 13. We only have one left, and we will be doing it as soon as possible. God willing. Stay with your pickles. Keep those pickles in the freezer, and you will always have good luck on the track, fortune, and Godspeed. Have a good night, day, afternoon, whatever you're doing. I'm gone. Bye-bye now.
All right, so that was the Lewis Hamilton challenge, and that was back. I don't remember. You can probably we can probably go further. Keith says, I used to play the original Gran game when the first game. Gotcha. Yeah. So now let's go back and see. Let's go down memory lane. Let's see. What else should we go and watch? This is one of the other things that I want to do on the channel, so people can go and see. Let's, for instance, this is Project Cars. This is the Battle of Beetles. Let's go take a look and see what's in there. People have been wanting to know what the Battle of Beetles is, and we can show you. Matter of fact, Z28 Gaming, he paid a visit.
All right, now the mic is on.
Let's go. We won't watch the whole thing because it's 18 minutes.
I'm having to completely
so here we go.
This because I sit up there talking and I look down and the doggone red light is blinking on the Blue Yeti mic. So here we go. Greetings, fellow watchers and racers. This is WRL Podium 13. Welcome to another video. We have, as a special guest in our Battle of Beetles year-end 2021 special, that took place yesterday, 12/18/2021, Saturday,
All right, Z28 Gaming is one of the fastest guys in America. He may be the fast. It used to be Z28 Gaming, but now it's Zector 1. Look up Zector 1. I think it's ZECTOR. It's either the number 1 or ONE, but he's formerly Z28 Gaming, but now he's Zector 1. He changed it. Like I say, this is back in the day. As you may know, participating in the French Challenge is Damo. Some of these people are still around, and all these people were in the lobby. This guy, incredibly fast. This is the Greenback County Sheriff. That's Will Larson. Cars IRs, he's still around. This guy is incredibly fast. So I think we should watch this entire race. We'll watch the entire race and see what happens. Some people didn't read. I tell you, look, when we do the Battle of Beatles, I tell people, I say, look, you need to read. You need to read the because I'll change them on you. So what do you say? We watch and see how it goes.
28 gaming, as you can see, he is in P6. Now, I did start the race, and we're going to ride along with Mr. Z to see what kind of a start he got at this particular race. We can go through the list and see all the different people who are participating. Tell you what, let's do this. Let's pause the race real quick and we'll go through. We got DLC TSAC, VSS Ultra from Finland, the American, the Finland. I don't know what flag that is, but Henry Yanas, I need to learn what flag that is. Another Finland guy, Sarju, WRL Podium 13th and 5th. P6, of course, Z28 Gaming in this, what do you call this? Designed by 72. Interesting. I was born in 72. But he's got this skull, like, let's take a look at that livery that Mr. Z just picked up. All right, walk mode. Let's walk around. Let's go in there and see what is he wearing? Is he wearing the same kind of outfit? Probably not. Makes you wonder, is that a Fanatec unit that he's got? No, never mind. But anyway, 72. So
If you're just joining it,
and skull.
if you're just joining the channel, we are live. I'm home. I got to go to work. And I gotta be, I'm not planning. I'm planning to go, but I may not go. At the last minute, I may change my mind. I can cancel the route. So long as I cancel the route 45 minutes before it's due, it won't hurt my standings. I'm planning to take the day off. I'm not sure yet. So this is what we're doing. We're going down memory lane. Don't forget to like, oh yeah, appreciate that, Keith. So if you're just joining us, this is what we're doing. We're going down memory lane. Some of you may have heard of Z28 Gaming or Z28. He's an American who participate in the world tour. He's still around, but he doesn't stream as much. Let me hold on for a real quick second. You can take a look. You can take a look at my. You can take a look and see what's on my desk here while we. The battery's dead, but this is my gold. If you can see it, this is my gold Christ, the Last Supper. That's what that is. It actually lights up, but the batteries I think are dead. So hold on, let's see. Yeah, it lights up, but I got to put some new batteries in it. But so you can take a look at that, and you can look at stuff here while I let me see. Let's see if we can find this channel real quick, and we will come back to this. That way, I don't have to worry about copyright strikes. I'm going to have to switch. Because I'm on my TV right now, so I'm not on my computer. So let me switch to my other channel. I'm trying to be very careful not to get copyright strikes because I'm monetized right now. So I can read the chat if you got anything you want to say, anything you want to ask. All right, so now let's go find subscriptions and let's go down and find Exector 1. On the TV, they're not alphabetized. I'm watching it through my, oh, there he is. There he is. All right, so let me see. And I hope I don't get a copyright strike for this. So, and hope, because I don't think I think the only time I'll have a problem is if YouTube decides to give it a problem. But I'm going to tell you what, I'll just do this. This is how you spell it. So go to YouTube, and this is him. That's him. He's formerly Z28 Gaming. I call him the president of speed because I learned from him. I learned from Mikhail Hazal. TRL Lightning. I learned from Tisney. I learned from Super GT. I learned from Key 25. I learned from Jimmy Broadbent. Anybody who's played Gran Turismo, let me see who else. I learned from Basic Ollie. Let me see. Jardier played it. Who else? Boosted Media. I learned from Boosted Media. I have a lot of teachers, and then I've been driving since before I was 15 years old. I've loved cars since I was a kid. So that's what we're doing. I may decide to take the day off, y'all. I may decide to take the day off. So I'm watching the clock. I'm constantly watching the clock. I got my alarm set to go off. So that's the good thing about working, being self-employed. I can choose when to go in. I'm thinking I should take today off and then work Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I think I should take the day off. I'm not sure. But anyway, so go look for Z28 Gaming. And in the meantime, we'll go back. So I have 2 channels. And I'm gonna show y'all what I have to look. Let me say, hold on. I'm gonna show you in a second what I'm looking at. So if you're looking for the horizontal channel, there's no horizontal channel right now. God willing, that'll be later. So if I may just, for instance, I have to take this back. Some of you were listening, probably remember from yesterday. I got to take this back because a customer wasn't home. So I'm supposed to return it to the retailer. So I got to take it back. I may just stay off today. I may just take off today and then just work, God willing, tomorrow, Friday, work Saturday, and work Sunday. I want to work Monday through Saturday so I can take Sunday off so I can go to church. But it doesn't always work that way. So we'll see what happens. If I take the day off, then I just may work maybe a good bit of Friday, a good bit of Saturday, maybe all day Friday, all day Saturday, and still take off and maybe go in and do an Amazon route on Sunday morning and then just come back home. So I may do that. I'm not quite sure yet, but we'll see. All right, so this message is held for review. What message is that? Let's see, show the message. What does it say? Hold on. Naughty man. Oh, show. That's good. Yeah, we can show that. Naughty man. Keith. All right. So anyway, let's go back to it. So now this is what I have to look at on my TV, right? So I have to go. These are my two accounts. That right there. That's my other account. So I always go here to monitor the channels. So that anytime you see at least, if for instance, when I'm dual streaming, anytime you see at least one viewer, that's because that's how I started my YouTube channel. When I started my YouTube channel 6 years ago, I imagined what I wanted to see one day. I imagined. So since I didn't have any subscribers, I just imagined that, how do I get one person in the, and now what we're doing, we're back to my channel and we're looking for the Bob. Let me see. That's what we're looking for. Battle of Beetles, live streams. Let's see. Was it the live streams? No, Bob replays. All right. That's what we're looking for. I could probably even go over to the live streams.
This is the best delivery. It just did.
Sorry. I could probably even go over to the live streams, but I'm not sure. Don't forget to hit the like. Hey, appreciate that, Keith. I appreciate that. Yeah, consider hitting the like if you're enjoying it, everyone. Because like I said, this is one of the other things I want to do on the channel is go down memory lane. First, and you can see, for instance, you go to my channel, you can see my subscriptions. As you can see, Super GT, R Keys, I call him Piano Man. We got PlayStation. I call him Piano Man. That's Super GT. You can see all the different channels. There's Tidge right there, Dave Ramsey. That's how I learned about how to handle my money. This guy right here, his name is Dave Ramsey. The Ramsey Highlight Show. If you want to learn how to handle money, go there. Trust me. Stay out of debt. If you can avoid it, stay out of debt. So you can go take a look at all that. So we're going to do all that. So anyway, let's go back here. Bob Replays, and we will watch this video where Z28 Gaming, formerly Z28 Gaming. See, look, you see? This is how I got it. You take a look.
Mr. Z must be
See, it starts talking. Say, he pays a visit. So let's go and watch this video.
Mr. Z must be a death and skull worshiper.
That's what we're...
Just kidding. But he's got the death skull livery. We're going to call him the metallic death skull livery. And that's what Mr. Z is rocking today. But anyway, so as we get back to the list, we got GT Granddad from the UK, Ultra Nitro from the Americans. Two Americans, we got AL Destroyer, that will be Apple Lauder, and of course Butthead 666. Ooh. Little Man from the Americans, UK Damo, another American, Will, and Opal on Pop, the Finland, rounded out the top 14. Now, the way the group was set up is basically whoever, all the races were strong slipstream. Every last race was strong slipstream. So whoever was in it,
You're a mod, Keith? Okay, I figure I'm gonna before I mod anybody else on the channel, I'm going to need to make a video because I would really love to have more mods. I need mods to understand that you are not gonna get paid. even though the channel, because I figure if I ever get monetized, and I do have mods, I may have to completely eliminate all the mod ships and let them know you will not get paid. You are doing this of your own accord. You are doing this of your own accord and willingly. And you have to attest to that. So before I make any more mods, they need to understand, even though because I've already started making some money because I'm monetized. I'm not going to tell you how much, but I've already started making some money off the channel. You know, I don't have to disclose that. So you're doing this of your own accord. See, for instance, 2 of the mods right now, I'm not going to tell you who they are. You can find out, but one of them, they're mods, and one of them is a brass. I keep saying brass. You can become, look, there's 3 memberships. There's 99 cents for 1 month, or and that's the bronze membership. You got the silver membership, which is $4.99, and then you got the gold membership for $9.99. So, I told people, look, what you really need to do, we say it all the time, like, subscribe. And I know people get tired of hearing that, but that's why we say it, because that's how it used to be back in the day. Back in the day, before all this, in my time, all you had to do was buy a TV, and everything you watched on that TV was free, but you still had to pay for the hardware. They paid for the rest of it through advertisement. So that's how it works. See, when you run a business, you have to be smarter than everybody else because you're outnumbered. Elon Musk has outsmarted. Right now, I think Elon Musk is the richest man in the world. You know why? Because he's outsmarted everybody else. That's why he's the richest man in the world. He had to outsmart everybody else because he's outnumbered, and he's protected. He's protected by all the governments around the world. That's why. So the higher up you go, win. What's up? Win what? Throughout Nate Steve. When are we doing what? But anyway, so let's go ahead and finish. But anyway, bottom line is, this is how it works. The further up you go up the ladder, the narrower it gets. Elon Musk is at the top right now by himself. It switches around, if I'm not mistaken, but sometimes at one point it was Bill Gates. Another time it was I don't know. For instance, I think the most valuable company in the world might be Apple. I don't know. See, it switches around, but the further you go up, the narrower it gets. But the further you go down, you got the people at the bottom. It's like a pyramid. So you got way more people at the bottom. So, but anyway, let's go ahead and watch this race. Here we go. Watch this replay. Here we go.
Race, which of course would have been Opel and Pop in the 66. And Mr. Z, this wasn't actually his first Battle of Beetles race. His first Battle of Beetles race was the 66, which took place at Spa. And as a result, he got hit. And we all this time, we thought it was Appalachia. We thought it was Appalachia who hit him, but it wasn't. It was that Mr. Z actually dove in and to take an inside line. I've already deleted the video, so I can't show you, because I've already snapped the winner and everything. And then when I looked at the video, I was like, oh, all this time it wasn't Appalachia. It wasn't A.O. Destroyer. It wasn't him. It was some guy from Canada named Tim something. That's who actually turned Mr. Z. And of course, in Spa, there was only 3 laps, and you needed to be in the strong slipstream because he was up front, so he got pulled out. He pulled out of that race and watched it. And of course, this is race number 2, of course, which we're going to watch and see what he does in this particular race. So now we're going to head and ride with Mr. Z. He got a pretty good start there. Now we can't see the.
Hold on, everyone. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back.
Telemetry, but it looks like he got a pretty good start, and I don't think he used traction control. Now I'm watching. We're gonna watch behind him. We're gonna ride along with me. I got dove in on right there, pushed to the outside body. Now that wasn't Appalachia. Appalachia is right there in the P8. In P8, that was Ultra Nitro who came in on there. So we got the Finland, and we got Opel is gonna come up through the field pretty fast, because I was actually rooting for Opel because Mr. Z. He actually quite surprised us by showing up, and I was like, "Holy crap, Mr. Z showed up!" And as you can see, Opel is not taking any prisoners. He's on a mission. And I was actually rooting for him. Now I didn't make that much of a big deal. You know what? I gotta stop and take a look real quick. Is that Little Man? Is that Little Man right there? I want to stop real quick and take a look at this livery, because this is a good-looking livery. I really like this livery right here. That is a good-looking livery. Man, look at that thing. Holy moly, I want that. Oh man.
That's me.
He's even got the Fanatec. He's even got Fanatec on there. That is a good looking livery. I am going to keep this video because my goodness. You know what? Let me take a shot of that. I want that.
That's
I'm
me.
shooting that right now. While we're doing the video,
That's
I'm gonna
me
take a
right
picture
there.
of that because that is a beautiful
That's me.
livery. I'm saving that. I am saving that. Come on, yeah. I'm even mad that it's going all fast. Definitely gotta save that. That is a beautiful livery right there. Save this image before closing. Yes, we'll save it. We'll come back to it later. All right, now let's get out of here. You know, let's change the shutter speed real quick. This is probably not what people want to watch, but let me just do this real quick. Change the shutter speed so we can slow it down, get a better picture. Rendering. It's still kind of blurry. Come on, I'm gonna change the shutter speed just a little bit. Come on. There we go. 1,000 should give me what I'm looking for. Come on. But that is a really good looking livery right there. I mean, it's still kind of blurry, but we'll take it. It's not completely clean, but that is a good looking livery. All right, we're 5 minutes into this video. Let's get back. Save the image. I'll save the image. All right, let's get back to the racing. Now returning to camera selection. Yes, get out of here. Boom. All right, now that's Butthead 666, right? That was Butthead 666. Or was that Little Man? No, that was Little Man.
Z28 Gaming. He's already out front.
Opal is in 11th spot. I think he was a pushing just a little
That's
too
Opal
hard.
right there. That's him. That's Opal.
He's a pad user, but as we get back up front, this basically up front, we were in this particular race. We got the Finland. See, now people were having trouble because if you're not used to running the strong slipstream, you're not going to be able to properly adjust your braking because you're going to be carrying so much speed. You're going to have the air off your nose, you know, and it's a strong slipstream. So many people were not used to this, and Mr. Z28 Gaming, he was one of those. But at this particular point, he's pulled out front.
Look at him.
He's gone.
He's gone.
If this was just a standard slipstream, I very seriously doubt if anybody would have caught him. But I'm not sure if I had boost on, but I know it. Oh, he slipped right there. I'm not sure if I had the boost on. There was a couple of times I actually turned.
See how it keeps changing?
I wanted to use strong slipstream. I wanted it to keep everybody together, but if anything, it almost looked like it was a bit counterproductive because so many people were just crashing into each other. And if we go back here to where I am, let's ride along with me.
This is me.
We'll go from the chase perspective. You'll see what I'm talking about as far as how people in it. Okay, I'm on the outside of Nitro. He taps me a little bit. I go wide. I'm pretty sure it was this. Looked like who was that just went around? That was that VX Ultra? Yeah, that was VX Ultra who just went around. But as you can see, we're gonna come up.
That's me again.
What particular section that it is? I think it's after we come down through here. Yeah. All right, we're coming up to the hairpin now. Z28 Gaming is still up front, and he's pretty much got himself a pretty big margin right there. And that's a pretty solid margin. He is gone, and you expect that from Mr. Z. But Sarju is actually going to, walk him down. And at this particular point, I'm not even sure if Sarju is actually in the strong slipstream range because I don't really know the range of strong slipstream. I think it's probably about 2 seconds. I think it's pretty big. Strong slipstream is pretty.
That's Z28 right there.
You get to walk somebody down fast, and as you can see,
that's Opal on pop.
That's
Opal. He is extremely fast.
Because this is a good looking livery, and I think Opal did this himself.
Herbie, look at this livery. Look at this livery.
The standard.
Look at this livery. See Herbie?
You see the teeth
53?
marks? And then we get up front. That's the livery. The black livery is the black livery. It's like it's a standard.
This is a cool livery.
For the Group 3 Beetle, but
it's for Herbie, number 53, Herbie.
What do you see there? See that zipper?
This is a cool livery right here.
You got Herbie, and I thought that is just when I first saw that, I was like, oh my goodness, that is just the coolest livery. And he did this, I think, before he got a chance to put the Bob logo on, and then he updated it, and of course.
See, the Battle of Beatles logo we had made for our channel.
Designed by
we had made for the series that I created, the Battle of Beatles.
He's probably the fastest. I know he's the fastest 66.
See, he's already up to 4th.
Fiji is another one. McLaren Fiji is another one. And I would like to see Fiji and Opal on pop on the same track. I'd like to see those two go at it because they can really drive those cars. And Dyko is actually getting pretty good too. Cars is pretty good. Although Cars, I think, panics a little bit. Well, maybe not panics, but I think he gets nervous in the race. He does really. He qualifies.
See, he got caught. Z20, he got caught. He caught him. He's right on it. That's Opal. Opal's at podium. Look there. He got caught. He caught him.
He's now been walked down. And when you consider how big of a margin he had, Mr. Z, at this point, he did know that it was strong slipstream because when we were first doing practice, he was wondering why cars were just flying by like they were. I was told all the races would be strong slipstream because the idea was to make sure that all the cars stayed together.
See, he didn't know at first that it was strong slipstream because he did. I tell you, look, read read the details, because I will change them on you. If you don't pay attention to the details, you won't understand what's going on. So Coach D didn't know that. He didn't know that the strong slipstream was on. He was wondering why people kept catching him. Then afterwards, I think he said he forgot, but it's been a while. But I have to talk to him to see if he can remember. So here we go.
Now that I realize only so many people are aware of how the strong slipstream works, because not too many people do it. And I can understand that.
And there's, look, Opal is in P3.
Really
Well, he was. Butthead and Opal are going at it.
For fun, just for the sheer joy of racing.
Whoa, hello.
Finland has caught him. And then Opal is not that far behind. We got these 3 cars here basically, fighting for P3. T-Sac, Opal, and Butthead are all basically
Butthead.
in this 4th, 5th, and 6th spot. 3rd, 4th, and 5th spot. And they're basically eventually going to, I think, if I'm not mistaken, they're eventually going to walk these guys down. But at this point, you can see Mr. Z is actually trying to break the slip. And if this was for the race win, Mr. Z would have won that. But
look at that.
Mr.
Woo!
Z goes to dive from the inside and to protect his inside line. And then, of course,
look at him.
Sarju goes to the outside. Now,
who do you think's going to win? I can't remember who won.
Very, very clean right here.
I can't remember who won. I really can't.
But now with the strong slipstream in play, and these two having to race, Mr. Z having to defend, they're coming around this, what do you call this particular section? The section of lefts. This is what, the 4
Look at this battling, man. Look at this.
It's a 4 left turn.
This is why it's called the Battle of Beetles. I'm bringing it back.
Mr. Z actually looks like he backs off, which actually was, I think, was a smart thing to do, because if he had kept going, he run the risk of a mistake happening. He got pushed wide. So for him to back off and duck behind and tuck behind Sarju was actually a smart move. When there's one thing, if you watch D28 Gaming, he's a coach. He's Mr. Z for a reason. He's calling him Coach Z for a reason. He understands racecraft. Now, as you can see, they're having the race.
Opal
now,
is, see, Opal, look at there. This is why I put it on strong stream. But everybody is driving really well. Nobody's crashing anybody. That's what it's all about.
Depending on the driver's skill, we've got a 5-car race for P1 when you really think about it, because we're just only beginning to come around to this particular section right here. Now, at this particular point, I had already pulled out of the race. I want to go back. Let me go back and show you something, though, and what I was talking about. I think it happened as early as lap 2. I want to show you what I was talking about for people who don't do. Yeah, it's this particular section right here. This is perfect. Perfect. All right, go back. All right, who do we watch this from? At this point, I'm still in the race. I pulled out to call the race. So if we watch this, we'll watch.
So basically, you hear what I just said. I pulled out to call the race. So let's see. Okay.
This from this particular perspective. Let's go at once. Now this is what happens. Watch as we come down through here. That's to the inside. And now that wasn't deliberate. The bottom line is, when you're doing strong slipstream, you're coming down the hill. Your brakes are already going to be affected because you're going to be carrying so much speed. That's 1. 2, the air is going to come off your nose. You won't have the proper downforce to get the tires down into the ground, so the brakes will help you. Your car's just going to understeer wide. And you're not going to be able to stop the way you need to stop. And depending on how you have your brake balance set, it's just going to affect it. So now, that's what I was talking about. But at that point, let's go back to the 4th lap where we were and watch Mr. Z.
All right, so let's watch them.
We already saw that particular part. Mr. Z is still out front.
Okay, here we go.
From
this is a replay, obviously.
I don't know. What do you call this perspective? Whatever do you call this perspective? The helicopter cam now, because the helicopter will be up in the sky. But whatever you call this particular view, we're going to watch it from this particular view. But at this point, now, see, as you can see, yeah, we have moved past this. Yeah, here we are. This is about where we're supposed to be. Video is now 12 minutes long. We're getting close to the end to watch to see what's going to happen. At this particular point, Mr. Z is, like I was saying before, he's sandwiched between the 2 Finland guys. And I was actually rooting for Opal, because I'm thinking, Mr. Z, you're the coach, but there's no, we can't have a newbie come in. We can't have a new Bobby come in, a new Bob driver come in and dominate, which he was out front for a big margin for quite some time, which you would expect with his skill. Now, at this particular
who do you think's going to win?
So we're coming around.
Which one of the top 3 you think will win? Which one tell me, which one of the top 3? You don't have, look, if you're just watching and you don't want to type in, fine. Which one, but just, within your own self, just take a guess, because I honestly cannot remember who won. I honestly can't remember who won. And I got to hurry up because I got to get ready to get out of here. I need to leave here no later than 3:30. So I got about 20 minutes, and it doesn't, like I said, the places that the station that I got to go to do my Amazon route is less than 10 minutes away. So, so long as I get there at 3:50, I'm good. So let's go ahead and watch the rest. But just tell me, who do you think is going to win? All right, here we go.
Let's ride with Opal. Mr. Z looks like he was going to dive to this side. Oh! Now, see, I'm not sure Mr. Z saw him. I don't think he did. I don't think he did. And at this particular point, Opal has now taken the right line, squeezed it up through there, and taken the lead.
Woo! Yeah! Come on, baby!
Watch that and see what happened. What happened right here? See, Mr. Z was coming over, and I don't think he saw Opal. And this is one of the things he was talking about in practice, how somebody was coming up so fast. So what we'll do is, I want to make sure I use the right controller. Okay, all right, that's the right controller. All right, so now, I don't think Mr. Z saw him, because watch his wheel. He kind of came over, and I don't think he saw Opal. Now, that's Sarju out front. Sarju gets tapped a little bit by Mr. Z. He's backed off at this particular point. Now, Mr. Z has the racing line. He gets over in there. Let's go back and let's creep that forward a little bit and watch that one more time. At this particular point, Mr. Z does tap him a little bit. He gets a little unsettled, and his car does go wide. So, as we creep forward, coming in through here, I don't think this rumble strip corner. Now he takes it really well. I mean, look at where his rear tire is. He doesn't know. His car doesn't get upset. Now the car does twitch a little to the left, and then it starts to go back right. If you look at Mr. Z's, let me see. We look at Mr. Z's input. He's got his wheel pretty much kind of turned to the right. Look at the throttle. He's under half throttle. So as we continue to creep forward, Mr. Z's at full throttle. At this point, and then he backs off of it again. I think he may have finally saw Sarju on his outside over there. So as we continue to creep forward, yeah, Mr. Z, he's trying to get back in the throttle. And he's modulating the throttle. Look, he's modulating the throttle. He's going, yeah, he's back below half throttle at this particular point. And Sarju it looks like he just gets tapped. So we go forward. Yeah, he goes out into the grass. And of course, at that point,
Sarju's out.
Right quick.
Yeah, he's out.
What happened to it? But we were on the final lap at this point, and now
Butthead. Now it's Butthead.
Butthead gotten out front, but Mr. Z's coming back. We're gonna watch it from Butthead because Butthead.
Oh!
Mr. Z.
Woo! Oh my goodness!
And you have to figure that he's racing where.
Oh boy!
Opal goes a little wide right
Man,
now.
who's gonna win this?
Got the lead. You have to figure that Mr. Z's aware where we are. This is the final lap, and we come around the fast.
He said, "Why so serious?" Remember that from the
now,
Joker?
At this particular point, I don't know if Opal was nervous. Mr. Z is using the Fanatec, and Opal's on the pad. Right at this particular point, Mr. Z was able to get behind him.
Oh, nice move, Coach Z. Nice move.
Got a little squirrely right now. It's not really. We really can't determine who's going to be the winner just yet. If we look at it from, let's see, from Butthead's perspective, Butthead is right here. Looks like Mr. Z decided to go defensive, but he may have saw.
Did he quit?
We may have to call Opal on that one. We may have to call.
Did he quit?
Let's ride with Opal and see where he was.
They're going so fast. Look,
like he was possibly trying
140, 75. Oh!
Yeah, he turned in on him. I'm not so sure he saw him.
What do you think? Racing incident, or did he do it on purpose? I mean, come on. It is on the strong slipstream. Come on. They're going extremely fast. You got this guy, Opal, he was on a controller. Coach Z was on a wheel. What do you think? Racing incident? Let's see. Who's going to win?
Well, he did not see him at this particular point. We're coming around the final turn now. Yeah, that's the final turn. Mr. gets up on there. I think at this particular point, if we know Mr. Z drives from the bumper campsite, at this particular point, Mr. Z is pretty much kind of. But he gets the car. Again.
He paid for it. See, this was so long ago. I can't remember what happened. See, he paid for it. He paid for it. You think he did it on purpose, Keith? Well, if you may be right because he paid for it.
Mr. Z comes across. TSAC comes across seconds to America. In Finland, flashing his lights, comes across third.
He still finished third though.
Pretty good race. Mr. Z was actually able to pull off the win right here. You know, like I said, it wasn't his first battle because he actually hosted.
Hey Eric, how you doing?
Race on his live stream one day, but for me to be hosting and to be streaming for him to pop up, this is truly an honor. I call him the president of speed. But as you can see, Mr. Z was able to pull off that strong slipstream race. His first battle on Beetles win. It wasn't an official Bob, but for the
so it wasn't an official Bob. Now here's the official Bob. Let's go back to my playlist. Like I said, because we did this live. If you go to my channel, go to my playlist and go over here and you can watch it live. Let me see where, see, this is the live bop stream. You know, Battle of, see, and you can just go through the list. You can see all the Battle of Beatles that we have done. You know, for instance, right here, this is called the Herbie Cup. We're going to skim through this real quick. And the Herbie Cup is coming back. That's my alarm going off right there. Let me know. I'm watching the clock. I got time. All right, so let's skim through this. All right, this was the original opening. So, because I got different openings for the Battle of Beatles race, and it depends. But as you can probably tell, I do the Beatles a lot. It was my first car. That's why it's my favorite. And then the Mustang. Those are my two favorite cars in the world. I don't know what's third. I don't know what's on the podium of my top 3 favorite cars, but on the top, it would probably be the Beetle. Second would be the Mustang, and I don't know what's third. It could be Ferrari, it could be Lamborghini, it could be Porsche. I don't know. So, but that's the original opening. All right, so let's go. You can skim through it. This is when I was in our house. We were in a house then. As you can see, the Thrustmaster TGT. I sold it. See, the 66. That's the Bing-Bag County Sheriff right there. That's Will. That's the Bing-Bag County Sheriff right there. That's Will Larson. That's me. That's Opal on Pop. That's Opal. That's the Finley. He's on a pad. That's him. Incredibly fast. But like I said, you can go back and skim through and you can watch. You know. So all right. So let's see. Let's see. When does it? People are practicing. Let's see. I was because basically we give people time to jump in. So as you can see, this. All right. Let's do this. Oh boy, we can take a look and see how many people are actually in here. Okay, we got me, which is formerly WRL Podium 13, now Game Pro. We got Olden Punker. That's Will, the Bing-Bag County Sheriff. Don't know who that is. That Flat Pick Slim has been around for a long time. Don't know who that is. There's Carls. There's Damo. There's Opal on Pop. Don't know who that is. So we had quite a number of people in the race. And as you can see, we still had one spot left. So, you can go back. Like I said, you can go back and you can skim through this. Let me see. Oh, wait, hold on. But like I say, it's called the Herbie Cup. Let me see. Let's look at the title again. It's called the Herbie Cup. And the reason why I call it the Herbie Cup is because we do all 53 laps on one day. The Battle of Beetles is actually a series over the course of 3 weeks. For those of you who don't know, we do 10 laps in the 66, then 10 laps in the Group 3. And then we wait a whole another weekend. 10 laps in the 66, 10 laps in the Group 3. Then go to the next weekend, 10 laps in the 66, and the final 3 laps at the Nürburgring, the big track, the giant one in the Group 3. And that's the 53 laps in honor of Herbie the Love Bug. But when we kick, for instance, I'm planning to do the Battle of, so we do a Herbie Cup at the end of the year and at the beginning of the year. And in between, we just do the regular Battle of Beetles. And also we do sprint cup races. I mean, Bob sprints. What that is, any Bob member, anybody who wants to host you're a member of the Battle of Beetles club, you can, and if you have a live stream, you can go and host a Battle of Beetles on your own, but you just have to, give credit to me as the creator of the Battle of Beetles. That's all I ask. Just give me credit. And that's what some people would do. They would go on their own channels, like Dykobub. I keep forgetting how to pronounce his name. Dykobub. He would go to his channel, and one guy, Jeffro Gaming used to race with it. He would go to his live channel. So basically, they could host it. All they had to do was give me credit. But bottom line, you can go, and as you can see, it's 2 hours long, and it's a live stream. So you can go here and you can check it out. I want to see. Now, Coach Z wasn't in this one, but that's basically what that is. So you can go back for instance, year-end races. I don't on here. I don't know if they're alphabetized, so I don't know which one. This right here. If you go, I implore you to go to Hugh Hatrick's channel. He did an interview. That's Hugh Hatrick. That's Hugh Hatrick. But I don't want to get a copyright strike because I think he's monetized now. I don't think I have a problem. I don't have a problem. As you can see, my time is 3:20. So I got to get ready to get out of here. But anyway, he did an interview. He did an interview. If you want to watch my interview, go and check it out. Once I get permission from him to do it live on the channel, we're going to go back in memory lane and watch it. That's Basic Ollie that he's, that's his intro, but that's what happened. So this is Gamer Podium 13. I got to go to work. God willing, if I make it back home today, I plan on streaming again, but I may not drive. I think what I'm going to do, I'm tired. I'm still tired. So I'm going to go do these 2 Amazon routes and do a DoorDash and then come back home. God willing, I should be back home by noon. If I'm back home by noon, I'll probably start the stream at 1 o'clock and we'll go down memory lane again and, just do it all over. So I got to go to work, y'all. Thanks for joining in. Keith, I really appreciate it, man. I really appreciate it. You might pop in one day and see a mod by your name. So I think I was reading what you said. So I may just make you a mod. But you got to show up. You got to show up. But anyway, this is Gamer Podium 13, GP13. I'm out. Oh, the stream is over. You can get those pickles out of the freezer.